Please be advised this podcast is all nonsense. Nothing you hear or see while adventuring with the worm should be taken seriously, or more importantly, fact-checked. Try not to let the mispronunciations distract you from the knowledge being shared. You're just riding with two worms trying to have a good time. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jim.
And hello, everybody out there.
Welcome to episode 11.
Oh my god, it's a milestone.
10's the milestone, surely.
Look, everybody knows 11 is the new 10.
Or is it 11 episodes to a mile? Is that the conversion? Like kilometres to miles?
No, it's like a baker's dozen. Yeah.
But less. It's not quite a dozen.
Yeah. Obviously, I said it's like a baker's dozen, 13 is a baker's dozen, so you have a throwaway one.
It's a stingy baker's dozen.
So when 11 is the new milestone, because if there's a particular episode that you don't like, you're probably wrong. But, I mean, you got a throwaway episode. Don't throw an episode away.
Yeah, keep it. If you don't want it, recycle it. Don't just put it in the bin.
Yeah. Well, average recyclers.
We recycle it, send it back to us, and we'll reuse the jokes.
Actually, just let us know which ones you don't like. We'll just edit it out.
We'll find the bits that are funny, and we'll reuse them.
Yeah.
Do you know it's going to save us a lot of work?
It'd be helpful if you can actually tell us which bits you actually found funny, so we can reuse those.
Ooh, I guess that's a new concept. Recycling material for comedy people.
Well, surely we can use outtakes for stuff like that. We just put all the outtakes together and then just muddle them into one sort of weird episode.
We have no outtakes though, because every one we record's perfect.
No, we're just really rubbish at editing. We don't know what we're doing. We just record that music here at the beginning. We just play that. And then get straight into this.
Always.
Yeah.
The one time we tried to edit, we deleted the whole episode.
Yeah. It was the best edit we've ever done. But no, the milestone, the new milestone episode
is 11 now.
Yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm glad you're still here, and thank you to all of our international friends on the other side of the planet. Though not to us because we'd all be.
Well, no, but everyone's on the other side of the planet at some point.
Oh yeah, but not right now because we're actually above America. But sometimes we're above the UK, and sometimes we're above Africa, and sometimes I could keep going and going.
You could name all the countries and some of the oceans.
I could name some of the oceans, but we don't go above the oceans, just in case.
It's scary. We can't swim.
No, we know how big blue whales are.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't swim. I can swim.
You can't swim. Sitting in a bucket doesn't count as swimming.
Okay. But I know I've never tried swimming. But that means like I could or couldn't swim. It's like Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's swimmer.
Swimmer, yeah. I can and cannot swim until I try to swim.
At the same time, until you try. And then you know.
Yeah. Okay. Equally can and cannot swim.
Schrodinger shouldn't have been allowed a cat, should he?
Especially just putting them in boxes.
Cats do like boxes, though.
They happily jump into boxes. Well, our cat does. I thought that was just because he runs away from Philippe.
He's scared of Philippe.
Oh, Philippe's got a loud roar.
Tries to bite him.
What, Philippe tries to bite the cat?
No, the cat tries to bite Philippe.
Yeah. He tries to bite him, but he runs away scared. He's like, oh, what if I hurt him? He thinks he's playing, but he's not. I wanted to actually ask you. I've been thinking a lot about what it'd be like to have bones.
Like a collection of bones or a skeleton?
A collection of bones can still be a skeleton. So are you trying to say a collection of bones just in a box?
No, I'm saying a small collection of bones or a complete skeleton.
I was actually thinking of a complete skeleton within me.
Oh, okay. So you're going to eat them.
Oh, that's a better idea. Is that how humans get bones in them?
Mm-hmm. They eat them.
They eat them?
Mm-hmm.
How do they fall in the right place, or do you have to eat it in an order?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Interesting to know. I don't think I want to test the theory just in case I get the wrong order. And they're going to have feet for ears.
Get the foot bone in the fingers.
Yeah. And they're going to be really upset. So, no, I just thought it'd be nice to have a skeleton.
Why?
Well, actually, not nice. I'm curious about what it'd feel like.
Probably. What about an exoskeleton?
I think I'd probably be happier with an exoskeleton over a skeleton because I have the choice to either shed it or remove it.
Looks real cool as well.
Yeah, you almost feel like you're ready to go to battle all the time.
Like a skeleton, you're hiding all the bones on the inside. With an exoskeleton, you're like all out on display. Look at my bones.
Also, considering bones are meant to be quite dense and hard, having them on the inside of all the vulnerable bits.
They're hard to clean as well.
On the vulnerable bits. You don't need to. They're always wet because they're on the inside.
And what if they rust?
They're not made from iron.
I don't know. Well, I thought bones were high in calcium and iron.
They're made from ceramic.
Ooh, ceramic.
They're pre-ovened. That's why people are different sizes. Because people make different sized. You get some people who might have one leg shorter than the other. It's because one guy ran out of clay.
I thought it's because they hopped a lot.
That can cause it. If you don't give enough time for your bones to settle and you keep hopping, then one leg goes shorter.
How many times do you think you'd have to hop on one leg to make it shorter than your other leg?
Well, I think it will get longer. A muscle you'll build up in that leg. It will just start.
But are you going to compact the joints down?
I just think
because they say you're taller in the morning when your spine's not compact.
I think depends on the weight you start at before you do your hopping. So if you're at a weight that your leg can comfortably hop without causing any damage, then I reckon eventually the muscle will build up enough that it would kind of support the ligaments.
Okay.
And then as soon as you step on the other leg, because you never used it, it crushes down and it goes really tiny. But no, I think you're right. I think eventually that leg would shorten because the ligaments getting damaged, and your hip would probably start jumping into you. Oh yeah,
you get a wobbly hip, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
sure.
I think at some point you'd probably break your hip, and if not break it, it'd start kind of pushing into your pelvis and stuff.
Just hop less, really.
Yeah. I don't think anybody. I wonder if someone's at. What's the world record for hopping?
7.
7 hops.
Just 7.
Like a hurricane.
Just 7.
Okay. Well, we know off planet it's 4.6 trillion hops per second.
That's a lot of hops.
Human seconds.
A lot of hops per second.
Faster than a woodpecker can peck.
Some woodpeckers. I bet there's a woodpecker out there who can.
Do you reckon there's a world record for a fastest woodpecker? I don't think enough animals get
recognition for their world record holdings.
So obviously you get, if an elephant's the biggest elephant, it probably gets recorded. The biggest shark probably gets recorded. But what about just fastest swimmer?
Or the longest hippo?
Yeah, something like that. Because they do it on Earth for humans. Like, oh, look how long you grew your fingernails.
Yeah.
So, bro, this guy can swim the fastest out of any other. No recognition. Got to cut his nails. Give him a world record.
That's a good point. There's a lot of concern over needless things.
Yeah.
Whereas
that guy, look how far he popped his eyes out. What's it do? No, he can't see any better, but he can pop them out a little bit. Oh, so there's a world record for that. But why? It's eye popping. It's all right, brilliant. But there's no record for the saber-toothed tiger with the longest tooth.
What about the giraffe with the longest neck? That's a good one.
Well, that's it.
The longest necked giraffe, like not just a giraffe with a long neck. It's like the longest one.
But this is what I mean. I don't think there's world records for these.
Well, and
imagine putting the medal on that.
What else could there be? Like heaviest elephant. It's a bit rude though.
Yeah, but I think there's probably done that for.
Probably the world's heaviest man, isn't there?
Oh, probably just heaviest person.
There's probably the heaviest man and the heaviest woman.
Yeah, I reckon. I don't know actually, because they never did. Maybe. So does the person? Do you get one for the world's heaviest man and one for the world's heaviest woman?
And then it's probably an overall.
So that person get 2 medals.
Oh yeah, because one of either the heaviest man or the heaviest woman has got to be the heaviest person. Yeah, so there probably is one which has 2, and then there's probably a category for the other gender that is just the heaviest of that.
That's a cop out. That is. You get two medals for one. Usain Bolt got a 100 meter sprint, and he beat everybody. Oh, okay, well, we'll give him 2 medals. Why? Because he was the
That's his
fastest
person.
alive.
Well, he should get a medal for that. That's pretty good. He's pretty fast. I've
But
heard.
then I just feel like we're giving out medals for everything.
We don't-
He ate his Cheerios quickest. Why he spilled them down himself? But he ate them. He ate 1 Cheerio real fast. But I think animals need more recognition.
Yeah.
I think there's some great world records out there for animals. Highest hop from a kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about hopping. They'd beat anyone in a hop off.
The furriest sloth.
I didn't think sloths had fur.
What do you think they got then?
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about penguins. I just get them a little bit confused sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I think sloths will get quite a few world records.
Like what?
Most uneatable prey. I mean, I've told you about them not ever being the least desirable prey. Because they're all just full of fat.
I thought they were all bony. All bony?
No, well, apparently they're just not very nutritious.
No.
But yeah, penguins. Got real dense feather. They could do a world record for that.
Densest feather. Longest neck giraffe. Ooh, elephant with the longest trunk.
Yeah. And there'll be one elephant with the longest tusks.
Or shortest trunk.
Or probably both.
Little trunk.
No, because they do both.
They do both?
They do both. Because they do world's tallest man, world's smallest man, world's tallest woman. So they do both ends. I think they're just trying to find ways to give everybody a medal.
Yeah, I suppose everybody could say they're the world's...
Maybe we should start our own records because we can't do world records because it's not on the world.
That's a good point. Intergalactic records.
But they don't exist yet.
Yeah, should make them.
Yeah. Do you reckon we can get Bradley Walsh to host?
I reckon he'd be up for it.
Yeah. I don't know how well he does in space.
Yeah. He does need air, I've heard.
Yeah.
He's fond of it.
Yeah. It's costly as well, so maybe not. Oh, what would be the first... Oh, you know what? It'd go on forever. You know how their book is quite thick?
They release one every year as well, don't they?
Surely that's the easiest printing ever, because how many things will massively change? Can't be loads
Yeah,
of
they
things
must reprint a lot of it.
This is what the Encarta 97 people needed to do. Just find facts that they just never change. Just reprint the same stuff every year. Just add 1 page.
Well, yeah, everyone knew that's what they should have done, but they got too close to the sun, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. They were on that. Come down, Juice.
They've hunted success and crashed and burned.
Because ours would be so... The book would be so thick.
We could make it an ebook.
Yeah, it's going to take some planning. We can do it. Yeah, you look broken there.
Just thinking about the world's biggest whale.
Well, it's got to be a species of blue whale, surely.
Well, you never know, another whale could sneak in. Oh, I'm the biggest of all the whales.
Do you reckon there's a big whale out there that was never discovered?
Yeah, there's got to be, hasn't there? There's a lot of water.
What is the biggest ever whale?
I thought sperm whale was the biggest whale.
Nah.
Oh, they're small.
No, they're not bigger than a blue whale. Blue whales are massive. I'm pretty sure blue whales are the biggest whale.
What does it matter what colour they are?
Because they're sad. Look, man, you try being the biggest whale in the sea. People are like, look, man, you're taking up too much room. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's just real sad too. It's always blue.
Oh, that's real upsetting now.
Yeah.
Real sad for him.
So that time, glad he wins an award.
Yeah, he needs it.
Yeah. Maybe we should go cheer him up.
It's probably real down deep in the water there. And we can't get down there.
We're taking Pringles because they don't get soggy.
They don't. And once you pop, you can't stop.
And he will be loving it.
He'll love life.
We're going to have to take quite a few Pringles down.
How many Pringles a blue whale could eat?
Well, how many flavours are there? We could just take him a tube of each.
I think there's so many flavours of Pringles now, because there's not even just your standard sour cream and onion, ready salted, prawn cocktail.
I think if you go to all the different countries and got their
so
different
many
varieties, I would say there's at least 100 different flavours.
I think America have Mountain Dew flavoured Pringles.
At least 200 different types of
Yeah,
flavours.
it's wild.
And because it's a luxury to a blue whale, we don't have to take loads anyway.
Why?
Because it'll give us a reason, and a reason to visit more often.
Okay.
If we just take a bunch of gifts and don't ever return, they're going to be happy for a little while.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to.
So we'll take a couple of tubes. So we'll take one of the staples, so like your sour cream and onion. Then we'll take a mystery flavour, like.
And then every time we go and visit, we'll take 2 different flavours.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then you can enjoy the Pringle experience to the fullest.
Well, don't forget, there's more than one blue whale. It's 2.
I've only ever heard of one. Why don't they call them blue whales then?
Because that's only when they're together.
Ah.
They fell out.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, it's something to do about...
Carter.
No, it wasn't Carter.
95's the best. No, I love 97 and its cheesy facts.
No, one of them wanted to go on a different holiday to the other one.
Oh.
And obviously with the sea.
It's not much choice.
Especially when you're a blue whale.
All kind of looks the same as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. One wanted to go on a sun holiday. And one wanted
Like
to go to...
the newspaper.
No, I think just like near the surface.
Oh, I thought you meant, how the Sun do those £12.50 holidays.
Oh, maybe that's what
So they'd collected the vouchers, and then I look.
Maybe that could be right.
I've got us a sun holiday for £12.50, and it's like, I don't want to go on a sun holiday. I don't want to be in a chalet. What have I told you? I hate chalets.
Okay, so it was one of those. I know it was a sun holiday. Yeah. I just assumed it was near the surface, and the other one wanted to go to the Mariana Trench.
Ooh.
And apparently, the Sun newspaper and the Sun in the sky, neither in the Mariana Trench.
Yeah, but also you'd have to have a pretty big chalet to fit 2 blue whales in.
And to build it in the Mariana Trench is probably quite difficult. Maybe the other blue whale didn't understand, and the first blue whale didn't want to break the second blue whale's heart. So they said, oh no, we're going to... Where did you say?
I didn't say where, though. They just had a sun holiday. You
Corfu.
get to pick normally, yeah. So you got like... Dawlish Warren. You got normally Camber Sands, who's a popular one.
You know, there's other places as well.
No, on the sun holiday, you don't get to pick many places.
No, I think they actually did abroad as well. You can get a Ryanair flight for like £1. And if not, you can get on the Eurotunnel for £1.
Look, when I've looked at sun holidays in the past, my main options have been Camber Sands and Dawlish Warren, okay?
That's because you've not looked at the Sun paper in about 50
I've only
years.
had one copy of it.
And if you're going to keep looking at that one and keep ringing them up and going, are you still doing Dawlish Sands?
I'm looking at holidaying in Dawlish Warren this year.
Then, yeah, they're going to keep going, look, you ring up every year. And that one is... They'll bring it back.
I've still got the tokens, I'm waiting.
Yeah. I know you have.
Collected all six papers I had to find, and you know how hard it is to find the sun in space? Not the big one, just the newspaper. The big one you can see from lots of angles. The newspaper, on the other hand...
Your problem was you kept going to the sun to find the sun, and its paper doesn't survive very well next to the sun.
The thing, what other option? Where else can I go?
Yeah, I understand your logic. You wanted to go. You needed the sun, so you went to the sun. Then you realise... Actually, is that... Why did the paper The Sun call it The Sun? What a weird name for a paper. Like News of the World or Sunday Times. And that kind of makes more sense.
Why is it? Because you got... What about the Daily Mirror? You're reflecting on the day?
Yeah. Well, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah, okay.
What's The Sun got to do?
Yeah, why is it called The Sun? Because it's not even on a Sunday, is it? Like, if it's on a Sunday, you could like, okay, well, it's Sunday.
It was every day, was it?
I think so, yeah. Well, yeah, because you had to collect...
Did it start on a
You had to collect a week's worth of tokens to get the holiday. Then I don't think they made one on a Sunday, which is why it's only 6 tokens.
Maybe it's ironic. Like, the Sunday... No, not the Sunday. The everyday. They should call it the everyday.
Should have called it the old rubbish paper.
I think they should call it the old yeller. Right. Old e-yeller. That must have been a paper back in the day.
There's the Yellow Pages.
That was made from paper, yeah.
And it wasn't a newspaper, more of a phone directory.
Yeah. It was good for a lot of things, even more than the Sun. And it made sense. The pages were yellow. It made perfect sense.
It did make a lot of sense.
Did you ever used to read the Yellow Pages?
I'd read it daily.
Yeah.
It's the only book I had for a while.
Well, that's a lie, because we used to take it in turns to read the dictionary and the Yellow Pages.
Yeah, but the dictionary is not a published piece of work, where the Yellow Pages is.
Yeah, but the dictionary
It's a piece of literature. Masterwork.
The dictionary is always changing. I think you find there's always different things in there.
That's true.
I must say, the variety and the fiction in the Yellow Pages was definitely more interesting. I like the illustration as well.
Yeah,
there's not much illustration in the dictionary. Unless you get the children's dictionary and then there's only illustration in there. And also, they don't try to give you a lot of words.
What, in the dictionary?
In the children's dictionary.
I've never read one. What do they do? What's the difference?
In the children's dictionary?
Yeah.
It's just not a full dictionary.
Huh. So what, they're saying children are stupid and they can't handle all the words?
It's not about that. It's about them learning a base set of words and then them learning more and more.
Just give them all the words.
Do you reckon there's a dictionary out there that no one can get to because they don't know enough words yet? So, like, there's a pedestal dictionary that only, like, people with the highest IQs and the people... You know, you've got to go into a spelling bee and you've got to be able to spell stuff like sand.
Oh, my God.
One of the hardest words.
He's one of the hardest words.
Or specificity. Or epiploptic. I don't know if that's right. Epiploptic, is it?
It sounds like a word.
Oh, God. I made up a word.
Yeah, there probably is like a secret dictionary with hidden words.
Yeah. I think it's a graduation thing. You start with a children's dictionary, real small, simple words. Then you go to like a intermediate one. Then you go to... I mean, like, one of the top two so far is Oxford and Cambridge, but that's to a lay person. There must be even like a grade up from that.
Yeah, there's got to be like the ultimate dictionary.
Do you reckon anybody...
Do you reckon that's why there's sometimes new words in other dictionaries? Because the words are already in the ultimate dictionary. Yeah. They just trickle them down.
That actually makes perfect sense, yeah.
Yeah, they're trickling extra words in every now and then.
Well, this is it, because they eventually want somebody to get to the ultimate dictionary, but they don't want to overwhelm someone's brain.
So they're lowering the threshold.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we'll bridge the gap a little bit. Okay, interesting.
Like when they added literally to not mean literally to dictionary, because obviously, how's someone going to... That's why people don't understand it, when they go literally but don't actually mean literally. I'm literally boiling. Well, you're not literally boiling, are you?
I mean, some places you are.
Yeah, but
you could be in a pot of boiling water, but I'm literally boiling.
But that's it. That's them using literally correctly. But people will say, I'm literally boiling and not actually be boiling.
Well, they're liars.
But then they already knew liars was in the dictionary. So put a different word in for them. But yeah, I think they're filtering down slowly.
Yeah, they must do. That's interesting. We think we need to hunt out this ultimate dictionary.
If you're going to choose someone on the planet...
Yeah.
Who's alive today, do you think there's anyone that would have access to the ultimate dictionary or almost be like the closest to it?
Who knows lots of words?
Donald Trump. Why do you think his hair flaps around so much? Because he's constantly in shock about the new words.
Oh, I thought his brain was trying to catch words in the air.
That's not his brain. Well, if that's his brain, I'm very confused about what brains look like. I thought they were different. I thought he was just in constant shock. So
he's adapted to catch words.
Oh, maybe he's got some sort of system that brings an airflow just under his hairline, so that his brain is constantly oxygenated.
Ooh.
That's why he's so just out there. People think he's an idiot, but he's not an idiot. He's just too far in front of people.
So that's why he's always squinting as well, because he's thinking about so much.
That's why he's always looking into space and pouting and stuff. He's just constantly... His brain is constantly going.
Okay. We'll send him a fax. Ask him.
Ask him, okay, to give us a new word. Oh, he did give us a new word?
Did he?
Ooh, what was that word that he said on a tweet once and loads of people said it was...
Kafifi.
Kafifi.
Oh, you must be, yeah.
Kafifi, yeah.
Wow.
Kafifi, yeah. That was a new word, and he was just throwing out a little taster, and everybody thought, it's like nuclear launch codes, but it was actually just an ultimate word. And this is why you never put any clarity on it, because when everybody freaked out, it was like, you can't handle it.
Can't handle it.
Cannot give you a new word. That was a tester word. You guys are going mental.
You failed.
Yeah.
You failed, or you've got one tester word and you broke down.
Maybe he has access to it, but he struggles to be able to help. Because other people have done it. So you take Stephen Hawking, and he brings us words all the time, or brought us words all the time, and people just went, yep, that makes sense, because he could explain them.
He had a little robot that helped him as well.
Oh, maybe it was the robot. Robot taking over.
God.
But yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Who knew it was Donald Trump?
Wow, it all fits together.
The best part is hiding in plain sight. He went for the presidency. You wouldn't normally do something like that, but he was like, oh, I'm just going to hide in plain sight. No one's going to suspect me of being the cleverest man in the world. If I become the president, they'll just think I'm just, reasonably rich. Because that's pretty much what it takes to win an election.
Apparently.
Well, it takes money and...
Words.
And brainwashing.
Yeah.
Physical brainwashing.
Gotta keep that brain clean.
Yeah, so like a laundrette. But you just come in and get your brain cleaned. Brainwashed.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah, we'll get in contact with him and see what he has to say.
Yeah. Well, at least we've got something to do there.
Yeah. Gives us a nice evening on the old fax machine.
Yeah, I just feel like we haven't used it in a while.
It's hard to get a dial-up connection in space. You have to get a really long phone line.
Also, we keep using our paper planes and throwing them out. Oh God, we've got no fax paper. I'm going to take a trip tomorrow.
Yeah, well, they don't fly very good in space either, but it's still fun.
Yeah, don't get very far. Donald Trump, you master trickster.
You mastered words, boy. Should we
I was going to say.
do a question?
Is it croissant time?
Yep. Well, I'll read the first one.
Now you can.
What mythical creature would you like to exist on Earth? Well,
Are we going to do mythical creatures that only Earth people would know, or mythical creatures?
I think anything, because surely the obviously Earth has its own mythos and its own mythical creatures like
But if we just we could be here for weeks.
Because I'm thinking a scorplip.
Yeah, but that's it. They're not going to know what a scorplip is.
Yeah, but imagine if there's scorplips on Earth.
Yeah, but then if we go, we'll have a scorplip because of 17 nail fingers.
Yeah.
Which aren't even fingers, they're actually called fleedles.
Yeah.
But they don't. We could just be going, okay, scorplip, fleedle me, hole. And they're going to be like, I don't know what you said. But all of those words exist, just not to humans.
Yeah, well, we could describe it in English words.
But this is what I'm saying, we'll be here forever.
Yeah, we'll be here a very long time. Okay, so we're going to stick with...
By the way, scorplip was going to be what I said.
See?
It is literally the best.
It literally is the best.
I mean, we might describe it at some point. I don't know.
Get in contact with your billionaire spaceman, see if he can find a scorplip.
You mean Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos with his Willy rocket.
Yeah. Is he still in space? He's come back yet?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Has he even taken off?
Yeah, he's took off. I saw him come off Earth, but I haven't seen him since.
Oh, is that what the radar blip was?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was Big Boy.
No.
From Austin Powers. Still going around.
Nah, he's
gone. All right. Oh, that makes sense. I haven't heard a second blip. I thought I might have just been having a nap or,
Nope, he's disappeared.
Peeling oranges with my eyelids.
Okay. I reckon... Oh, do you know...
Visit him?
Yeah,
no, actually.
nah, he seems really boring, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And he'll probably try and sell us something. He's got Amazon and all that, innit? He'll probably try and get...
We only use Wish.
Firstly, we only use Wish. And also, we don't need Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Anything we want, we get it straight away anyway.
Yeah. Well, we work at the Wish warehouse on Saturdays, so...
And we're allowed to take anything we want. Because we're giant worms.
Yeah, imagine when you were a giant worm, people don't tend to say no.
Yep. It's quite polite, really. It's quite respectable. So should we go for mythical creatures that humans will have probably heard of?
And I'm thinking a sphinx. Because they're real tricksy.
I think you can say something else then. Why are they tricksy?
Don't they do riddles and stuff? Isn't that like in the mythos they ask people riddles?
I don't know enough about the Sphinx mythos.
Yeah, I think that's their thing. That's what they're into.
Okay, I thought they were just stone cat boys. Stone panther cat boys.
No.
Stone dogs, that's it. From the Egyptian times.
So the Egyptians made statues of them because they were so into riddles.
Ooh, that does make sense. Because they had their own army, didn't they?
I mean, I don't know. I just know they liked to quiz. I don't know if they were all about armies and stuff. I just think that'd be a good quiz partner,
Yeah, they like to do riddles. Don't know a lot of the answers.
Yeah,
just get it out of the riddle book. As a Sphinx, you're given a handbook of riddles.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn them. You're just like, you read a riddle and you just go, give me a second. From the back of my brain, not my back pocket, the answer is... That's all they do.
Okay, what's another good creature?
This is difficult because I think
Cyclops?
there's different versions of Cyclops, though.
Is there?
Yeah.
What, like?
One where he's quite
Got 2 eyes.
monstrous. The old 2-eyed Cyclops. The most terrifying Cyclops. No, there's ones where he's depicted as a monster. Where he's actually it's really sound. Really nice guy. Well, that's what he looks like to me.
And what's the other one then?
Where he's just a one-eyed sort of...
Just a guy with an eye patch.
Yeah, like a one-eyed, like not a humanoid almost.
Okay.
So he can talk and everything like that, but just has
Right,
one eye.
I get you.
But then there's the times when he's depicted as like a one-eyed monster
Yeah.
snarling like
I
a
suppose the Cyclops is kind of boring. What about, what are those
Loch
ones?
Ness monster.
Yeah, he's real though.
Or Bigfoot. Is he real?
We've met them?
About Yetis.
Yetis. Well, that's just Bigfoot when he's holidaying.
Kids are real snowy. Did Loch Ness and Bigfoot just come down for a holiday and couldn't get off planet?
Yeah.
Because
basically, Loch Ness, well, the Loch Ness monster as they call him, he's not a monster, he's extremely polite. He wants to just be left alone. He wanted to go for a lake holiday just to enjoy a lake, and he got stuck. And every time he tries to leave, people try and take his photo, and he's like, I'm just trying to go home.
Yeah, why you take pictures of me? I mean, there was this short period where he liked getting papped, and that's why people got so many pictures back in the day.
He dived into the lake and he lost his swimming trunks. So now he's naked and he can't find them. And every time he tries to get out, there's people there watching.
This is why there's so many pictures of him from like older pictures of him, because that was when he was really trying to get out, and I think he kind of liked the attention a little bit. That's why he never fully came out. And recently, there's not been any pictures because he's just like, I'm giving up.
Yeah, he's can't bothered.
He's getting quite old as well. I don't think he's got the energy to leave.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just settled.
He's probably made a chalet.
Some sort of... Or maybe we should ask him how to make a chalet for a blue whale.
Oh yeah, he probably knows.
I don't think he's that big, but he must have the knowledge. I mean, he's built his own.
Definitely.
Is Bigfoot the same then? He just kind of landed and...
I think Bigfoot is from Earth, just a different dimension of Earth. So he just crossed over dimension and got stuck. Same again. But he's technically native to Earth, just...
Earth 862.
Yeah, different version. So it's kind of the same to him. It's very similar.
Multiverse, yeah.
But in where he's from, there's a lot more Bigfoots.
And then obviously Yeti is just Bigfoot on holiday.
Yeah.
I like that he still tries to go holiday.
Oh yeah, he's not... Well, say to him, there's no difference. Earth's just Earth, but he just gets a lot of flack because he's furry, which is a bit harsh.
Yeah. We don't call a cat on holiday a fletty.
Fletty.
So like that. Fletty! See, he didn't come.
Yeah.
It's also a bit annoying that we called our cat Fletty.
Yeah.
Because he never comes.
Nope.
How about stuff like hydras and stuff like that?
Yeah, Hydra would be pretty cool. They're quite aggressive though, aren't they? And they have that problem with heads.
Maybe that's why aggressive. Maybe a hydra's meant to have one head. Someone chopped its head off and it got a deformity and people keep chopping its head off. So can you stop chopping my heads off? I just want to have one head, like a normal hydra.
Normal Hydra.
Yeah.
Leave me be. Hydra's pretty good.
I mean, that's the problem. There's so many different... Because you've got mythical creatures from books and stuff. Shall we choose a type of sort of genre? So we're going to go Greek. We're going to go Egyptian. Are we going to go Harry Potter? Are we going to go Lion the Witch of the Wardrobe? Are we going to go Terminator?
What mythical creatures are in the Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe?
Talking lion? Aslan?
He's just a normal lion.
He can talk.
Can all lions talk?
Maybe.
Maybe all lions can talk, but they can only be understood in Narnia. Because they've never spoke to Aslan outside of Narnia.
Or maybe all lions can talk, but they just don't like talking. This is why sometimes they'll be sitting there very casually, and then they hear you say, "Oh, see, lion," and that's when they attack. They understand everything you're saying.
Isn't there a fawn in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe?
In his paw?
No, like a little goat man fawn.
Oh, in a thorn? Like in his paw? And I was like, no, I think that's just like a fable or something.
Okay. No, I'm not thinking that. There's a goat man, isn't there?
Maybe. I know there's a goat man in Hercules. Philatites or something like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking of. He's a little red guy, isn't he?
Yeah, played by our best friend
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
DD.
We need to see him soon. Now that we're allowed to visit people, we should go see him. Sorry, off topic. We don't normally do that. We're always straight on the money.
Yep.
So what do you want to do? Which genre of mythical creatures?
I don't know. It depends. Do we want something that's going to terrorise people? Or something that's like... Cause a dragon would be pretty cool.
I was going to say actually something that would terrorise. Now, after the year the Earth has had, year and a half, I'm kind of feeling they might need some inspiration.
Is a Medusa a mythical creature? Is a Medusa a thing, or does it have a name? A Medusa was one of a Gorgon. That's it, a Gorgon.
No, a Medusa was as well.
Yeah, Gorgon.
Oh, is that? Oh, because Medusa was a name.
Yeah, that's what the part I was saying.
Yeah.
Is it called a Medusa, or is Medusa a thing and Medusa is a Gorgon? I think that'd be pretty cool.
What about Chimera?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, the old
A Centaur.
Yeah, Centaurs are pretty chill.
Naming stuff as well.
Yeah, but Centaurs, they're not all about just smashing stuff. They're the horse people. Yeah.
Yeah, half horse, half man.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good. I think Centaurs actually probably a really good idea.
It's less.
I think people be more accepting of a Centaur than a Gorgon.
Oh, definitely.
Because if you see a Centaur walking down the road, you'll be like, okay, it's half horse, half person, but at least I can relate to half of it. Gorgon comes squiggling down the street, and then it turns you to stone.
So you can't even appreciate it because you're now stone. You're like, can't say nothing.
Yeah, Gorgon's probably not the best.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, with dragons and stuff. With dragons, you get aggressive dragons and ice dragons, and I feel like some dragons are going to represent badly.
There's already some documentation on training dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is people are going to try to use that and try to maybe almost control these dragons, and I think it's not fair on dragons.
Yeah. Well, they do.
Because if
they do the same
read
with horses,
the 3 series.
They do the same with horses. So people are going to try and start riding centaurs, because I don't think they're going to be about that.
But centaurs can communicate back saying, I don't like that, can you not try to ride me?
Yeah, true.
And if that person then turns around and go, no, I'm going to ride you, a centaur can fight back. We know this.
Yeah.
And if we're ever worried about, like, say, a horse doesn't have any opposable thumbs, so, you know, in a awful situation where someone were to get, you know, like a gun or a blade, centaur's like, are you beat? I've got 2 hands, man. I can not only chase you down faster than you, I can still do all the things you think you can do to me.
Centaurs are pretty wild, aren't they?
Protect itself as well.
Yeah. They can wear clothes as well, like a t-shirt.
Yeah. Ooh, rock a t-shirt. I think there's some sort of money out there. Like,
I think centaur's the way to go, because you can wear any upper body apparel, so hats, glasses,
technically,
gloves.
They can kind of wear lower. They just have to buy 2 of everything. It's real expensive.
But I don't think it's as simple as that, because a pair of jeans isn't going to fit a horse.
But they can wear sort of like
They can wear like a miniskirt around
That's
the
the
middle.
Well, actually, I was going to say they can wear 2 boob tubes, one up top and one around the midriff. I'm not too sure I can say that. Actually, yeah, I can. It's just a piece of clothing.
Yeah, I think that's a good look.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good in between.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sold on. It's a good like entry point as well before we get into the Gorgons and the Cyclops. Then yeah, like a nice casual centaur. Yeah.
Protect themselves. They may be able to kind of bridge the gap between horse and man. You know how probably.
Well, can they speak horse?
Well, their lower half can. They can maybe scrape the ground. I think they can understand horses, but I don't think they can speak horse.
Yeah, I suppose they at least understand. They have empathy with horses.
So if a horse is, you know, worried or, you know, needs to see a counsellor, then they at least know, oh, actually. And I bet you that there must be some centaurs who've bothered to learn horse. It's like a language, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I suppose I'd also love to watch the Centaur Olympics, because I reckon that'd be mad.
Ooh. Yeah.
The Centaur Olympics would be wild.
Because the stadiums would have to be huge. 100-metre sprint. Usain Bolt, move over. That's Centaurs coming down.
Be mad.
I don't think they can run for as long though, so I think a really interesting event would be like a marathon.
Horses can run for pretty long, can't they?
They do get. Actually, I don't know.
Actually,
they can't do miles and miles and miles.
How harsh do you reckon it is on the Centaur's core? Because when a person rides a horse, they just straddle over the top and they sort of motion with it. The Centaur, they've got to literally hold themselves up and they're running. Is that why they're always so buff?
Oh, maybe.
Because you know, like the images of centaurs,
if they're running, maybe they would just go body down, kind of breaking through the wind like this.
Or they could just lie back.
No, because I'm thinking whiplash. The backs aren't going to bend all the way backwards. If anything, they would tuck themselves. You'd get take a knee to the face. Yeah, we know that. I think.
Yeah.
I was trying to think maybe like a marathon.
Also, I'd love to see like a centaur working at like a Mackey's. Just go in.
That Mackey's would do so much. I was thinking more stuff like sort of like curries. Can you get me? Yeah, of course. I'll just get it off the top shelf for you.
Oh, that is a point that they will struggle on ladders. They have a lot of perks, but ladders are something they will have a problem with. Horses famously not very good on ladders.
They're quite intelligent though.
I mean, no matter how intelligent you are, I don't think you're going to come back.
Yeah, but surely they'll just use those electric crane lifts.
Yeah, but they don't. That's not always one there. Sometimes...
Also, they've got to be quite heavy as well. So even that would probably might struggle with the weight.
Driving a car, they might struggle with that.
I don't think they need to drive cars, really.
But you just said they can't run very far.
Well, I was thinking of horses. Maybe centaurs can.
So thinking of holidaying, they can't just put everything they own in a backpack and start running down the motorway. They probably will want a car.
Yeah. But then they could probably just... Oh, I was going to say they could hire people to like drive them, but that's like a taxi.
They'd have to use the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, they can design their own cars because they've got the hands to be able to do design work.
Yeah.
They can put a vehicle together that fits a horse's body.
I'd like to see that.
Acceleration's going to be a bit difficult, but maybe they can just have like an automatic, and you just have your other hand, or even just one pedal.
Yeah, so they can still use their
Yeah, I was
feet.
just thinking, how are you going to get it underneath? Because you'd be standing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but then they could have it just on the floor and just put a...
Even better. Horses kneel a lot, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, because they bend their legs in. When they sit down.
I'll take your word for it.
So I'm thinking you could have the pedals back here and just tap them. Tap it. I don't know, look. I'm just trying to maybe give them some ideas so when they are introduced, they don't have to feel like they're working from scratch. But I think, it's got to be centaurs.
Yeah, I'm with you. Centaur is definitely the one that I think should jump out of the books of the myths and into the reality.
Yeah, but I definitely think the first thing we suggest to them is Centaur Olympics. That was the great.
Oh, the Centaur Olympics would be mad.
They'll have not only all of the original human stuff,
but a few Centaur sports.
Yeah, because obviously what will be really funny is I don't think their centaurs would be very good swimmers.
Can horses swim?
No.
I don't think they have the leg paddles, do they? Because they're quite spindly legs.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting because...
Imagine centaur surfing. That'd be pretty cool.
I reckon that balance would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you've actually got the body to adjust the weight, whereas obviously normal horses can't do it because they've only got a head.
Centaur archery would be amazing because they would have to they could add some like manoeuvrability into it as well.
Well, humans can do that as well. But
but that's nowhere near as cool. Like a human running with a bow and arrow is pretty lame. A centaur.
I don't know. They made a whole movie called Robin Hood on it, mate. But yeah, I know what you mean. That was fictional. They couldn't really do that. No. They just had him on a seat, making it look like they're running. Whereas a centaur could run, strafe, and shoot. But yeah, I don't think they could do swimming.
I don't think centaurs would appreciate the pommel horse. I think that's a sensitive subject.
I think they like the rings, though.
Ooh, yeah, but that's a lot. That'd have to be
that's
so
what I'm saying. Could you imagine seeing a centaur doing the rings? That centaur's upper body would have to be huge.
Centaur boxing, that'd be cool. Do you reckon they'll be able to use their front legs as well?
No. Legs, still legs on
them.
Yeah,
still kicking. Okay, that's fair.
Though, centaur kickboxing.
Oh, yes.
Now we're talking. Could you imagine some of the combos?
Yeah, centaur kickboxing would be incredible.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the best things.
I reckon Centaur discus as well.
Oh, yeah, anything that requires... Because they can physically rotate. That's why I think Centaur javelin.
Oh, yeah.
Because the speed they can gather. Anything where we've got to throw something.
Long jump as well. Could you imagine? Wild.
High jump, that would be okay, but I don't think they can do that whole flippy turn thing.
Yeah, I think...
They'd have to just do a normal jump.
Yeah, it'd be different, wouldn't it? I don't think you could get a horse on a pole to then flip backwards. It'd do his back.
Yeah, I think they'd struggle with cycling as well. Oh, this is great. So this is what I'm thinking. They're going to have to take some sports out. But this is why I think it's also great that at some point you could combine all the two sports and do humans versus centaurs. Because there's some that centaurs just throw them out of the water. But cycling, swimming,
Kickboxing.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying kickboxing,
There's probably
Centaur's going to win.
There's probably laws though that you can't kickbox against the centaur.
Yeah, unless you're like Chuck Norris or something.
Yeah, mabes.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Some of them would be. This is what I mean. Take those out. Those are a bit too dangerous. Swimming, great. Centaur's probably going to lose. Cycling, Centaur's probably going to lose. Archery would be pretty close.
Yeah,
if it's just all upper body.
Unless they do the centaur archery, which is more about the mobility as well.
Yeah,
they've got the equestrian sports as well.
Might have to take those out.
Why? Do you reckon it's just rude?
Because a centaur riding another centaur is difficult.
No, but I'm thinking the centaur.
Or centaur riding a horse.
No, I was thinking centaur would participate on its own.
No, it can't.
Why?
Because it's not a full horse.
But it's half a horse.
But you don't take half. You don't see us chopping the heads off the horses.
Okay, so
sticking the rider jockey on the front of it.
Okay. Well, I suppose a rider could ride a centaur.
Maybe we could do people ride centaurs, so the centaur on the right, so it's kind of like a collab thing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of bringing the two communities together. So no one rides a horse, a human rides a centaur, and they collaboratively have to win the race.
Or a centaur rides a human.
They'll have to ride a few in one go. Oh, my back! I get it. You'd have to be like just...
Do you know what I'd like to see? Centaur crufts.
That'd be quite civilised.
I think I'd like to watch that.
I'd like to see centaur like golf as well.
Oh yeah, I'd literally about to say golf.
Centaur golf.
That'd be mad.
Centaur.
Yeah.
Rugby.
That'd be brutal, wouldn't it?
Yes.
That would be mad.
That'd be some real mental stuff. I'm really getting into this.
I reckon centaur tennis would be pretty good as well. Because I reckon the volleys would just go on so long. Because I think when sometimes they score in tennis, it's down to they hit the ball onto the other side of the court, and the other tennis boy can't get to the other side of the court in time. Whereas horses, they move so fast.
But they've got to turn the whole body. And each court can only be used once, because their hooves are going to wreck that ground.
Yeah, that's a good
They
point.
have to do hard court. Or, better still, hard court, and we put soap down, so it's like really slippy, so they struggle to stay up. I think that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I think that might result in some injuries, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sold on centaurs, 100%. I can't wait, actually.
Centaur figure skating just came to mind. Yeah. Because if they can master that, oh my god.
Can you imagine centaur partner figure skating as well?
Because if another centaur can pick up
another
centaur, oh my god. Yeah, sold, yeah.
Sold, 100%. Yeah, centaurs. That's without a shadow of a doubt.
So, I'm not going to read a question now, because I just realised we don't have time for a second question.
We are limited to how much we're allowed to broadcast in one go.
Yeah, otherwise people can trace the broadcast. We've just got to keep it
short and sweet.
40 to 50 minutes.
Short and sweet. Is suitable.
Yeah, their technology is quite old, these things that are trying
but they use strings on cans. So they look out for us dangling our can out of the window, and they try and follow the lead back up. But because obviously it's a long distance from space to Earth, it takes them about 50 minutes to follow the string.
And if the string's not taut, which they often sometimes forget to get someone on the other end of the string, and they just walk away from the can, then there's no signal down the string. So who's got the other end of the string? Oh, they have to walk back and get somebody else to get to the other end. But yeah, don't worry about that. The main thing is, We'll definitely get you 2 questions next time. Not free. We're not animals.
No, we haven't got the funds to answer 3 questions.
Yeah. We definitely haven't got the funds, and we don't have the time. But there's something else, some other stuff we can discuss with you.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel now, which if you follow us on Twitter or on our Facebook, you would have seen the links, I hope.
Yes, and for the promo clips that we got from our older episodes.
So yeah, we've started doing little teasers for our episodes, so you can get an idea of what's in it before you listen/watch with your ears.
Yeah, and there's a comical visual element we have added in.
We have put pictures of
science
on there.
Just science
We've
stuff.
collected several science pictures.
Yeah, and if it doesn't look like a science picture, just turn your phone upside down.
Or sideways.
Or your laptop.
And if it still doesn't look like a science picture, it's because you've got auto rotate on and you just keep rotating it around.
You got to do it real fast, or you've got to do a headstand to see it.
Yep.
You got to go against gravity. But yeah, watch that space, because there will be a lot more coming your way on the old YouTube.
And
that's the actual pronunciation, by the way.
Yep. And go back and watch all our clips and click the like button.
Yeah, click the like button. Subscribe. Oh, we can say that now.
Yeah.
Click like and subscribe.
And then send us a stick.
Yeah. And you can post some questions on there as well. If you see a promo clip.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Yeah.
Don't feel like you have to email us directly. Just throw it on one of the videos. We'll pick those up. And we'll try to maybe get back to some comments if they're directly related to us or anything.
Yeah, but keep in mind we can only reply to 1 comment a month because of our bandwidth. So
make sure the comment is short and sweet.
Yep. And it's
direct. Sweet, I mean that it's sugar and nice. Don't be mean to us. And all the other normal places you can find us. So email, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I won't bore you with the details.
It's pretty much all just wandering worms with some variation of a underscore or a dot.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
If you can't figure it out, YouTube's your friend.
If you put it in and you don't get a picture of 2 worms, you're probably on the wrong one to try the other one.
Yeah, there's one with books, and if you see books, it's not us.
That's Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get a dictionary out again.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's not doing a very good job. Yeah. Well, anyway, we need to get on with that facts. So, speak to you next time.
Love you, worm friends.
Worm out.
Bye.